carnivore community. I sub to some few new people in the carnivore community, and I do this. So I use this channel to sub to other people in the carnivore community, and let them know that I am new and that they can see that I also made a channel. I want to do a few quick things before I get into the video of today. And I created these weighing cards. This is for weights. This is for measurement of my waist. And this is for measurement of my hips. Because we know that the scale number doesn't really say always the right number that our actual weight is. But instead, I thought of doing a weekly video when my cart is completely filled. Then I'm gonna do a video for that playlist that I made. Because then I can compare and how long it took me to lose certain inches and stuff. I also made new notes. This is a carnivore pyramid, food pyramid, but these are these are the three main drinks that are allowed in carnivore diet. So top drink, which is priority, is filtered water. Then the second drink is sparkling water, which you do 2 glasses a week, minimum, maximum 3, 4, not more. And then lastly, on third place, coffee. Now, what I also done is the negative, filter water doesn't have any negative side effects. This is something you drink daily. Then filter water, I wrote down 2 glasses a week. The negative side effect could be that if you drink too much sparkling water, that you have to keep in mind that it's with acid, and acid causes inflammation in the body. So that you have to do at a minimum. I should write that down. I didn't write that down. Then coffee. There's not much positive benefits about coffee. It's only a positive benefit if it works for people. But if you are blood type O like me, then you have to completely eliminate coffee in your diet. I still drink coffee, and I hear a lot of people saying that swollen feet and swollen legs come from drinking coffee, that it causes inflammation, and that drinking coffee causes swollen ankles and swollen feet and swollen legs. So the coffee I now have is almost completely gone, and I am not gonna buy coffee anymore. And people that visit me, like family, they don't drink coffee at my place. They always ask for water. So I might have a coffee machine in the future, but then I will invest in a nice coffee machine if people really want coffee, like a special occasion or something. But I'm gonna avoid it at all costs because I really suffer from swollen feet and swollen ankles and swollen legs. and it's not going away anymore, and it's becoming a real problem. We are now winter, and I don't know if I'm gonna fit in my winter shoes. That's a big issue. So I wrote that down, and as blood type O, you have to completely eliminate coffee in your diet anyway. That is something I already shown you guys. I also made a little list of supplements that people take when you're on a carnivore diet, or maybe that I could possibly take, but I will fill in then from which brands and how much it costs. I would normally purchase whey protein powder. But I hear a lot of people say when they take protein shakes and stuff that they become addicted to it, and they start to overuse it. And I have to say, when I was at a time where I was doing fitness nutrition in the week, and in the weekends, I would make warm meals. And I was doing fine like that, but I did start to notice that I was becoming slowly addicted to the protein shakes. So there is some truth in that you start to overuse it. And also, a problem that I find with protein shakes, you do the amount in a shaker that you have to, but when you add water, because I always added filtered water to it, no milks. If you add water to it, it's always too thin. So I always had to do extra scoops to have a real shake consistency. So you automatically overuse. If you want to have a decent texture, if you want to have a decent taste. And then I heard someone say that a doctor in the community, Shafi, that he said that even in protein shakes, those that they are, that there's artificial sugars in it, and that keeps you addicted, and that makes you keeps giving you cravings. So fitness foods, fitness nutrition, no matter what brand it is not really healthy, is not really good for you because it keeps you having cravings. You become addicted to it, and then at some point you're not losing weight anymore. Your habits are not really changing, basically. Your habits are not changing. So I stopped buying that. I don't buy fitness nutrition anymore. The only thing that I have of fitness nutrition is magnesium supplements. And that is the only thing that I have in the home. This is Schweppes bitter lemon, no sugar, for some vitamin C. That is what I wanted to say about the coffee and the sparkling water and then those supplements. Um, I still eat cheese now and then with my food, but the last days I have noticed that my body doesn't like cheese anymore. So the coming days I'm gonna use up what I have, and then I'm not buying dairy products anymore. My body doesn't like it anymore. So the fact that my body doesn't like it anymore means that my taste buds are changing again. So every time that you don't like a certain taste anymore, it means your taste buds are changing, not in the worse, but for the better. So that's again an elimination from a food that we don't really need. And I always have, every time I think about it, about dairy products and that my body doesn't like it anymore, that my taste buds are changing again, I think about we are mature people, right? And I believe someone once said in a video or a live stream, only children, only babies, only children need dairy products to grow up. But once you are a certain age, you don't need to consume dairy products anymore. So that is something that always comes to my mind again. Every time I think about a dairy product, my mind is automatically like, Nadine, you are a mature person. You're not a baby anymore. You're not a child anymore. You don't need that nutrition. So that's something you also can eliminate. And oh yeah, I remember something that Dr. Sheffy also said about fitness nutrition. It just comes to my mind that the fitness nutrition products mess up your, I believe he said, your hormones and your metabolism. I'm not, correct me guys if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe that he said something like that fitness nutrition messes up your hormones or metabolism. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because I don't want to teach people anything wrong. If you ever hear me saying something wrong in my videos when it comes to the carnivore diet, correct me because this is my 10th week. So I am at the end of my 2 months doing carnivore. So I am just learning like everybody else. So I don't mind. I'm not going to be angry at you. I'm not going to resent you if you correct me in something. I do plan on buying a big notebook on Amazon with a lot of pages, and I'm gonna start re-watching older videos of you guys and start making notes. Like every video that I want to take notes of, I'm gonna write the YouTube channel, the date, which date it was that video, how long the video is, what is all being said. That's gonna be like, I found a notebook that has at least 500 pages, and I think that will be more than enough for a lifetime, probably, to take notes in, because that's 1,000 pages to take notes. So yeah, I believe it's about 305, yeah, around 500 pages, lined pages. So, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong about something. And I told you guys that I was gonna redo my gratitude journal. That's also something I want to quickly. This is my gratitude journal. You can see that it's a bit older. It's starting to wear off. But I am redoing it. I'm redoing it. This is an insight that I read down. This is a kind of an index page. And the reason why I put the moon cycle in it, is a really logical reason for it. Our ancestors would follow the moon phases when it came to agriculture, when it came to farming and stuff. They would not follow the sun calendar, they would follow the moon calendar, the 13 moons, the 13 moon calendar. So that is why I put these moon phases index in it. And every moon phase, for example, new moon, new beginning, manifesting intention. And what I thought of doing is, when I write down the dates, when I write down the dates in the gratitude journal, look which moon phase it is that day. And say, for example, it's a new moon. Then I write a gratitude note about a new beginning, a gratitude note about something I manifested, a gratitude note about an intention that I made for my life. That's why I put these moon phases in. Then, how to use this journal. So basically, reusing it. And then, to go with everything else, to go with this journal too, I created like a mini altar in the gratitude journal. And as you can see, it says Yahweh. It's like a mini altar. Wait, guys, because yeah, that's brighter. And this is black for a reason. These things are black for a reason. Because I'm gonna glue certain words on it that Jesus is gonna choose for me. But these are, this is a journal technique to get rid of old energy. And then this is from the video that I talked about, your will versus his will. And that's gonna come on a complete page. So it's like, from walking in the darkness, which is a past, walk into that door with light. which is like the darkness is the path of suffering that I talked about, and I explained that in that video. And I'm only going to do a few because it's a bit too much. This is a bit too much. So this weekend I'm gonna take some pages out because it's literally too much, guys. And then I do this page, and then I color this one. I don't really color this one, but I might color it so that I can write a new year, a new beginning. Know what I mean? And then officially my gratitude pages begin. And what I'm also gonna put in it is these little notes that I made. That is to write down love notes from Jesus to put in that gratitude journal. I don't know if I already shown this, but I made some new pages in my Jesus journal. And this is day one from our 21 fitness challenge. It's with scriptures, and then we had to do fitness prayers. And I thought, oh my God, where am I gonna find fitness prayers? But I did find something for health and wholeness. So I literally printed out every prayer that I could find for health and wholeness. So that's why I have some. I still need to complete the first day. And now we're gonna get into the video of today, which is something I also discussed with Jesus, and it's about fasting, which is also going to be an interesting topic for the carnivore community. What he told me about fasting. And this may also be a bit more controversial, but he said the holidays that we have in the year are more modern holidays. Because why do we have the holidays? Because when it comes to Christian holidays, yeah, sorry guys, I have a cold. The reason that we have holidays is because of our religion or the church, that like the Christian holidays, right? The Christian saints and all that. But in his time, in our ancestors' time, that didn't exist. So that's why Jesus calls it modern holidays, because all those holidays didn't exist in his time. Now, he did tell me there were certain things that they would celebrate, because they were farmers, they were fishermen, they were farmers. So they would celebrate the spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, and winter equinox. Am I saying it right? Spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice. I said equinox, but it's solstice. Those are the four main events that they would celebrate in a year because it goes together with farming. It goes together with agriculture. And it was also part of the 13 moon year calendar for farmers. And then there were extra days they would celebrate, like a birth of a child, a wedding, an anniversary. And there was one thing, one remark that he said: they would only celebrate life, they would not celebrate death. And I asked him, what does that mean? You only celebrate life. That's when he said the birth of a child, a wedding, a birthday of someone, an anniversary of someone. Never something that is negative, like a death of a person. They would not celebrate someone that dies. Like, for him, it's weird that when we have a funeral, we bury the person, and then we come together at table, and it's like we're celebrating or something. For him, that's weird because they would not do that. They would go to a funeral to bury their loved one, and then they would go home and pray, and then visit the grave when they could, to talk to their person, and take care of the grave. But they would not celebrate that. They would only celebrate good things, like that brings joy, that brings happiness. So when it had something to celebrate, like a birth or a wedding or a birthday or an anniversary, something like that, then they would eat and drink as much as they want. And in carnivore, we call that priming. So on those days, they would prime with foods. The days after, the days before, let's say it's someone's birthday. The days before, they would fast. So 3 days before, they would fast. Then it's the day of the celebration. Then they would eat and drink as much as they want, which is priming. And then the days after, 3 days after, they would fast again, and then they would eat normal again. And when it's spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice, that was a community celebration. That was for them a community celebration. And that's when they also that everybody would also bring food. That was a great gathering of people. Like, so I was saying that this is part two of the video. So I was saying that when it was spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice, that is when the whole community would come together. The whole village would celebrate that together. And I thought that was really interesting what he said about that. That the holidays that we have never existed in that time. And I thought about that and I said to him, "You are right." Because the only reason that we have those holidays is because the Christian holidays are represent Jesus, his lifetime through the year, right? But when that is after he died. These holidays came after his death, not when he was alive, not during the time of our ancestors. So in time of our ancestors, those holidays didn't exist. They didn't celebrate when they would celebrate his birthday, and I have to say something about that. They would celebrate his birthday, but they never celebrated the day that he died. They didn't celebrate that because, as he said, they don't celebrate sad days. They only celebrate days that bring happiness and joy, which is life and energy then. Uh, I asked him about Christmas, and I don't get me wrong, I do not want to spoil Christmas for anybody, but I asked him about it because it's coming up this month. And he said they didn't celebrate Christmas because his real birthday is with Easter. He told me that his true birthday is with Easter and not with Christmas. And he said, and I asked him, well, how do you feel about it that we celebrate Christmas? And he didn't answer on it. He completely did not answer on it. But I could feel from his energy that he didn't like it because it was not a true fact. I think, and he confirms it for me, it's because it's not a true fact about him. His real birthday is with Easter. So the moment that it's Easter, that is his real birthday. Um, and he said you can check that with facts like the lamb. He was seen as a lamb being born. When do lambs get born? During spring. During spring, young animals get born. So that's how you know that. And also, because his spirit animal is a lamb, he's also called the Lamb of God. So that's an indication that his real birthday is with Easter. Uh, Also, I saw a video on YouTube. You guys should look that up. I'm just pointing it out. I don't want to offend anyone with this information, but I just want to share it so that you people are aware of it. Like, don't take any offense of what I'm sharing. I am not trying to ruin anyone's Christmas, but it's just information that I share. Do with it what you want, because I know how sensitive these things are. Uh, I saw a video that was about the Christian holidays and about Christmas, and that his real birthday is with Easter. And this was a guy, a man who had a very old Bible. He had a really old Bible, and it would mention the days of the week and the months, and then that's how he also said that his real birthday is with Easter. And then that video, the first day of the week is actually Sunday, because Jesus is represented as the light of the world. What is the light of the world? The sun planet. So, and the sun planet is a planet of the weekday Sunday. So, Sunday is on the first day of the week. And the first month of the year is when he is born. So the month of spring, that is the first month of the year. And the real year calendar is the 13th moon year calendar. That's the real calendar, because we follow the sun calendar, but that is not correct according to the astronomy. The right calendar to follow is the 13 moon calendar. Uh, that video led to another video, and that was a guy who explains stuff, why we have a Christmas tree and why we put decoration on it. And I don't know how I should say this to make it appropriate, but the Christmas, that man said, so he's a scholar and he studied the Christian holidays. And he said the Christmas tree represents a Mesopotamian god, but it's not Jesus. It's a Mesopotamian god. And the Christmas tree represents the phallus. And the Christmas balls, yeah, you get what I'm saying? The tree represents a phallus, and then you put your Christmas balls on it. So it's portrayed like a sexual object to worship that Mesopotamian god. And it has nothing to do with Jesus. So all this time, we've been worshiping that Mesopotamian god, basically, without our awareness. You need to look it up. You need to look it up in videos on YouTube. It has nothing to do with Jesus. And I don't know the name anymore of that. I think it was Nimrod or something. Nimrod, I believe the name is. And It's a pagan god. It has to do with but these gods are not from our planet. They are an alien race. They come from another star system, and they were visitors on Earth. I know this is very controversial stuff, but I am just sharing it that you are aware of it. You do with it what you want. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. I don't need. I'm not pushing you to believe it, but I'm just saying it makes you think like Jesus said to me. They never had those holidays when he was alive, and I said to him, you know what? I'm gonna do the holidays the way that you guys used to do it. So in my 2024 planner, I'm gonna do the holidays the way that he used to do it in his time. Then about fasting, I asked him about fasting in the month. And this is to do with Sunday being the first day of the week. So he would say to me, this is how you can fast as a woman. So, he said both genders can do this if they want. Men can do this too, but this is also good for women to try out. Is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you eat normal. You eat carnivore normal like you would do every day. Thursday, you do a breakfast that you priming during breakfast, and then the rest of the day, you drink water. But you're allowed to drink coffee too. If you feel like you still need your coffee, then you do coffee water. Friday, you only do water. Saturday, you you do the same. Coffee water. It's like you build down and you build up again. And then Sunday, then you prime in the morning to build up again. And then it's again 3 days normal eating. So that is how you do it then. So you build down and you build down and you build up again. If you're somebody that likes to do fasting regularly, that's how he advises to do it. My nose is itching. Uh, that is what I had to say about fasting. So with celebrations, 3 days before, 3 days after. In the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you eat normal. Thursday, priming with breakfast. The rest of the day, coffee, water. Friday, water. Saturday, coffee, water. Sunday, breakfast, priming. The rest of the day, coffee, water. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you eat normal again. That was that was a video. I hope you guys liked it. Bye till next time. And thank you for the likes and the comments.